Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome to another great money talk this morning. Where today I'm here to talk to you about some great concepts. So, welcome to another great Friday. Happy TGIF. Remember to think, grow intelligently fast every day, right? So, it's really awesome to be back today to talk to you guys about the FIN number, right? And this is one of the concepts that I think everybody need to know about. Everybody need to learn their FIN number because if you don't know your FIN number, if you don't understand what is your FIN number, then how can you win the money game, right? If you don't know what you need, especially when it comes for retirement, how are you going to be able to win? And if you don't know how much you need for retirement, how can you retire? Right? So these are all the questions I ask, I ask questions like this. Like I hear people say, "Well, I'm gonna retire at a certain age." Well, that is great that you want to retire at a certain age. But do you know how much you need for retirement? And some people tell me yes, they know what they need for retirement. I say, great. Do you know how much you need to save to get to that goal every year? And that's where I hear most crickets, a lot of crickets right there. So, because of this, it's important that families learn their FIN number. And if you don't know your FIN number, like I said before, how can you truly say you're going to win the money game? You see, the money game is something that you can't fool. I tell people all the time, you cannot fool the numbers. Numbers don't lie. People lie, men lie, women lie, numbers never lie. So the question is, we don't want you to live a lie anymore. We want you to live a lifestyle. Live a lifestyle where you could wake up and know I'm going after my dreams today. And I know exactly how much I need to live that dream. I know how much I need to save to accomplish these dreams. And that's why, that's why you need to know your FIN number. So here's a question before I get started. Do you know what your FIN number is? Or better yet, do you know what is a FIN number? Right? How many of you guys on this call know your FIN number? Right? You can press yes or no. Right? Go into the participant section, press yes or no. Do you know your FIN number? Right? Have anybody ever sat down with you and work out your FIN number with you? Like, do you know how much you need for your retirement? Do you know how much? Do you know your FIN number? Right? Because if you don't know your FIN number, how are you going to retire? How can you truly sit here and tell someone, I'm going to retire at this age, when you don't know your FIN number? You can't retire. You know, if you've been around me long enough, I'm a very blunt person. I'm very blunt. I'm very straightforward. I'm going to give it to you raw. You can't retire without knowing your FIN number. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say that again. You cannot retire without knowing your FIN number. It is impossible. And even if you retire, in most scenario, you won't stay retired for long. You won't. You won't because you don't even know how much you need. Okay. And they said that a goal without a deadline is just a wish. A goal without a deadline is simply a wish. Are we just wishing through our FIN number? Are we wishing we're gonna retire? Are we wishing? What's the deal? Right? We can't keep wishing anymore. We can't keep wishing. So let's break down what is the FIN number. All right? It comes down to this. Do you know your FIN number? Right? Do you know your FIN number? You see, I love asking this question so much because these are questions you gotta be asking. It's not something that even hard, guys. But it's a question that you gotta ask yourself, your friends, your parents, your family members, your co-worker. I need you to text 10 people right now. And you think you think I'm joking. Why are you on this call? Let's put something to the test. Text 10 people and just simply say, hey, Do you know your FIN number? Don't explain nothing else. Just simply ask them the question. Text 10 people right now and say, do you know your FIN number? And I guarantee all 10 will say no. What is that? I guarantee it. As a matter of fact, I bet you $1,000. If you text 10 of your friends right now and ask them if they know their FIN number, I bet you $1,000 that most of them will say no. And the only way they probably learned about it is either they go to Money Talk or they have $250,000 liquid. Okay. Most people you will text in your groups of friends will not know what their FIN number is because nobody didn't teach it to them or they didn't feel that they were worthy enough to learn it. I think everybody should learn their FIN number. I think everybody should know what is their final income number. They should. Some people call it their final income number. Some call it their financial independence number. There's a whole bunch of different definitions for it, but FIN number is important for people to learn. You must learn this. You must know it, and you must teach it. As a matter of fact, you should teach your children this. Do you hear what I'm saying to you guys? You must teach your children this before you start giving them money because at that moment they'll become very more conscious about saving money. They'll become more conscious about saving money, and you gotta start involving financial literacy inside of your family household and start teaching your children, your grandchildren this because if they don't learn their FIN number, then how can they have money for their retirement? How are they gonna be on track to retire comfortably? They won't. So let me give an example of what the FIN number is. So this is Bob, right? Bob starts saving for his retirement at age 30 years old, and he wants to retire at 65. Okay. He wants to have $5,000 per month for his retirement coming in. And Bob also learned that the average person lives until age 85 in the US. Bob have all these numbers. All of these numbers is real life scenarios from many of you even on the call and many people we know, where they'll say that they start retiring, they start saving at 30 years old, they want to retire at 65, they want about $5,000 coming in retirement. That's about 60,000 a year. And they look up how long people live on an average. The average life expectancy for people is around 85 years old, right? So this is the average on an average scale. So when we run the numbers, there's three things you must know when you're doing the FIN number. You must know the now, the later, and the end. Do you hear what I'm saying to you guys? You must know your now, you must know your later, you must know the end. So just to break it down, the first thing you got to figure out is the later and the end part of doing the FIN number. All right? You got to know the later and the end. Now, the end is the average life expectancy age of somebody. So here in let's say 85 is on average. We already know what the end is. Now, can you change the end? Absolutely. You could put yours to 100 if you wanted to. You can put yours for 110, right? You don't have to use 85. I use 85 as an average, right? So let's say that for this example, Bob is 85, right? So then the later for Bob is the retirement, the average retirement age, which is 65 years old. Bob said he wants to retire at 65. So from 65, right, from age 65 to 85 is 20 years of needed income for a comfortable retirement on an average, right? Bob could live past 85. Bob could die before 85. But from 65 to 85, on an average, Bob will need to save up, that he say he wants $5,000 coming in. So Bob know what he need to come into him. So it's simple math for Bob. All Bob wants is $5,000 a month, which is $60,000 in annual income needed at age 65. And all Bob gonna do is Bob's gonna multiply that 60,000 by the 20 years, right? The 20 years for retirement, which is equal to $1.2 million to be saved up by age 65. So by 65, Bob needs to have $1.2 million saved up, right? Bob need to have $1.2 million saved up by age 65. How did I come up with that number? From 65 years old to 85, that is 20 years. Bob will need 5,000 a month, which is $60,000 a year. So you take the $60,000 a year that Bob needs, times it by the 20 years that he needs 60,000 every year coming into him, and that will give Bob $1.2 million. So by 65, Bob needs $1.2 million saved up in his whatever portfolio. It could be his 401k, in his bank account, in his stocks. It could be whatever. All right. He needs to make sure that he can receive 1.2 million. So if he has it in the 401k, guess what? Even if he has $1.2 million saved up in his 401k, after taxes, it's not 1.2 anymore. Right? If you have it in his stocks, same thing. It's not 1.2 anymore. Right? And then guess what? We didn't even calculate inflation. We didn't even calculate inflation yet. I'm just telling you what you need based on what you say you want. Right? So this may double based upon inflation. You may actually need 2.4. Right? But let's keep it there. Now Bob know on an average what he needs about 1.2 million if he wants 5,000 coming in a month, right? And that will happen from 65 to 85 on average, which is 20 years. So now know what Bob know what he needs. Now he needs to know how much I need to save. So from now till later, let's say that Bob his current age is 30, right? Because it tells you right here an example. Bob started saving for his retirement at age 30 years old. So you got to think about the current age. What are your current age right now? So from age 30 to 65 is 35 years needed to save for retirement at age 65. So he has to save, he has 35 years to save for his current from his current age. So now how much Bob should save? How Bob figure out how much he should save? It's simple math, guys. Now Bob got to use his need of 1.2 million, right? Divide it by the 35, which is the amount of years that he has to save from 30 to 65, and that will equal $34,286 in annual amount, or $2,857 in monthly, in order to reach his savings goals for his retirement. That's his fin number, right? So Bob need to save, listen to this, from age 30 to 65. Bob would need to save $34,286 a year, or $2,857. Do you hear that? So here's the thing. Do you know your fin number? Do you at least know your fin number? Right? Because when Bob look at these numbers, here's the thing. Bob realized that there's no way I could do that with a single income. There's no way I could do that by just working one job. There's no way he could do that while raising his family if he has kids, if he just got married, if he got a new home, if he has a car. There's no way Bob could do that. Because Bob is starting late. Bob should have been started saving for his retirement when Bob will start making money as a teenager. But nobody told Bob that. Nobody told Bob that he needed to save like that. No one ever brought it up to Bob and said, Bob, how much do you want coming in when you retire? How much do you want coming in? Oh, Bob, how much are you going to start saving to reach that goal? You see, I heard a wise man. one says that if a person have just one source of income coming in, they're much closer to poverty than anybody else. You can't have one source of income. You gotta have multiple streams of income. They said that the most wealthiest people in the world have seven or more streams of income. My question is, how many streams of income do you currently have? Do you have just one source of income? How about you learn how to build a business and create another source of income? Or if you make the right investments, you could make some passive income off the interest that your money is earned. You see, you got to either learn how to invest or you learn how to earn. You either learn how to earn or you learn how to invest. Guys, you're not going to be wealthy off one source of income unless you make the right investment choices or you create a business that could generate passive income. That's the reason why our campaign, we're always looking for people. I'm always looking for people that want to earn. But you see, it's not just about earning money, it's about earning your retirement. How fast do you want to be retired? How fast do you want to retire? How quickly do you want to be retired? How quickly do you want to be financially free? You got to make a decision. If you like working, more power to you. You love working for your company, more power to you. But let me tell you something. When it comes that time for you to retire, when it comes that time for you to live the lifestyle you want, when it comes that time where you want to do something great, let me tell you something. Your job will replace you in a heartbeat. You wouldn't even exist to them. That job will get rid of you quicker than anything else. So you keep being loyal to that job. You keep being loyal, and you see what loyalty will do when it comes to your retirement. I heard people said to me one time that most people sign up for the 40-40-40 plan, right? You know what the 40-40-40 plan is? This is what happened, guys. Most people sign up for the 40 hours a work week, right? You work 40 hours a week. You do that for about 40 years of your life, right? With your job. And then you try to live off 40% of your income. Because if you put your money in a 401k, you know why they call it defined contribution? Because you know what you put in. You don't know what you're going to get. Most 401ks, they say that the average 401k has about $40,000 in it, right? You know what 40% of your income, if you can survive off 100% of your income right now, can you survive 40%? This is why you have to learn how to create another source of income while you're working. You know, one of my quotes is, if you know my quote, you know what my quote is? I tell people that, hey, use your W-2 and fund your 1099 dreams and buy back your time. Buy back your time. Freedom. Time is freedom. Time is wealth. Time. Talk to rich people. Ask rich people why they work as hard as they do. It's not because they want to make money. It's because they want time. Why you want to retire? So you can have time to go do what you want, time to go travel the world, time to be with your family, time. But you will never get back time until you learn how to really use the fin number and until you start increasing cash flow. Warren Buffett, I was reading one of his quotes that he put out. He said people spend time trying to cut down on Netflix, cut down on coffees, cut down their expenses, and cut down their lifestyle. He says, why cut down your lifestyle when you can increase your cash flow and still enjoy the things that you like and still save money? So you don't have a spending problem. You have an income problem, right? Many of us have an income problem. We're not finding ways to increase income. We're still trying to find ways to continue to spend on low income, especially if you have one source of income. You can't live a lifestyle on one source of income. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break it to you. And if you do, or if you feel that you make six figures, or you feel that you make good money, okay, I guarantee when you look at your fin number, it will guarantee that you're not able to. I guarantee it. Your fin number will expose you every time. Every time. So we got to put ourselves in a position where we could win the money game, right? And it's important that we do win the money game. But it comes down to this question, guys. Do you want to win the money game? Do you want to make a difference in your life? Learn how to make some money on a part time basis. Use your W 2 to fund your 1099 dreams and buy back your time. All right. So, quick announcements, right? Real quick announcements. So, while I'm going through announcements, you guys can write your comments inside of the inside of the chat room, or you can raise your hand right now if you want to share or ask a question right now, and I'll call on you right after announcements. All right. So next week, we're going to breaking down creating a financial foundation. Right. We're going to break it down some more. How to create that financial foundation, so that way you can have a financial goal. Just so you know, WSB national workshops is all week, right? All week, every day, from Monday through Sunday, from 2 p.m. Eastern time to 10 p.m. Eastern time. We have workshops, right? Once again, you can go to the link that's below to get access to these workshops, either for our Canadians, and if you have family members in Canada, you can send them the link too, right? And if for all your friends and family in the US, you can have them there as well. Now, if you do go to this workshop, please get in touch with the person that invited you to Money Talk today, and have them help you get access to the workbook. Okay, you're gonna need the workbook for the workshop. Also, Monday through Friday, like I tell you, this is the schedule. All right, and like I said, 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. Eastern time, we have the workshops. So we have a daytime and the evening time, so that way folks could have access to multiple different workshops. All right, you want to learn, keep going there and learn and graduate. Okay, when you complete all the workshops, we give you a graduation certificate of completion. All right, and we want to make sure that everybody can graduate. So, as you know, our 30 by 30 financial literacy campaign is really all about the fact that financial education isn't an option, it's a necessity. And that's why World System Builder is committed to educating and empowering 30 million families by the year 2030. That's the reason why we're doing what we do. And as you know, you're always invited to our virtual financial literacy classes. But the question is, are you open? Are you open to learning more? You can't attend this thing one time. You can't attend the 4 steps to financial freedom one time and say, I got it. This is something that you got to keep coming to. That's why every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. Eastern time, we are running these classes so you can come and learn. Come and learn, guys. Learn, learn, learn. To learn financial literacy, it's about repetition. Now, if you want to learn more about our education and our opportunity where you can learn and earn, you want to learn how you can learn and earn, come and learn more about our financial literacy campaign, where Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we will teach you all about what our campaign is all about. So, this coming Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, tomorrow, you can come and learn about our campaign. You can learn and earn. Come find out how you could be a campaigner and you could make some part-time income on a very flexible schedule. All right. Learn how to increase your income. We're going to teach you how empowering people pays very well. Now, another thing I want you guys to do is make sure you go to YouTube and check out Holla at a Scholar by my brother, a big bro, Rory Douglas. Right. Make sure you give him a big shout out on one of his videos. Tell him happy birthday. Yesterday was his birthday. So give him a big shout out. All right. And make sure that we show him some love. And as you know, every Monday through Fridays, we do Money Talk. Money Talk every Mondays through Fridays. All right. You can check us out on Spotify, YouTube. Go check out our YouTube. Right. Type in Money Talk with Mr. Finance on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Right. Subscribe to our SoundCloud or, our podcast on iTunes. And definitely follow us on Instagram and all that stuff in the social media. All right, guys, and definitely thank you for that. So always remember that you're one decision away from changing your future for the better. So always remember the choice is always yours.